Kentucky man remains held without bail tonight after reportedly breaking into the Lincoln home of his grandfather this weekend and leaving him with a head injury. And tonight we've learned this is not the first time the suspect has allegedly done this. Eyewitness News reporter Eric Halperin was at the courthouse today and joins us now live in studio. Eric?
Mike, the 22-year-old already had a warrant for his arrest because police said he stole more than $1,500 from his grandfather back in November. Now, after the home invasion police said happened this past weekend, he's being held without bail. 22-year-old Jordan Pilardi faced a judge in Kent County District Court Tuesday morning. He's accused of stealing from his own 81-year-old grandfather on multiple occasions.
Personally, to me, it's very disturbing, because, we're supposed to be taking care of our elderly people.
In court, Lincoln Police Chief Brian Sullivan described what investigators believe happened. He says Pilardi is connected to an incident in which two men dressed in black went into the grandfather's Columbia Ave home Sunday night. One of them pushing the 81-year-old to the ground, sending him to the hospital.
He had a contusion to the back of his head, so he was upset.
Then police say the two stole money before taking off. Turns out the 22-year-old already was wanted for stealing more than $1,500 from his grandfather back in November. According to Chief Sullivan, during that incident, Pilardi was visiting his grandfather, waited for him to go to the bathroom, then took money out of his wallet and left.
Elderly parents and grandparents, so it certainly is disturbing when things like this happen.
The latest incident is still under investigation. Police are still looking for two other people. And Pilardi is scheduled to be in court again later this month. Coming up new at 6, find out where he was picked up by police before he was arrested. In studio, I'm Eric Halperin, Eyewitness News.
A young man accused of stealing from his 81-year-old grandfather multiple times. Tonight, we're learning how police caught up with Jordan Pilardi. Eyewitness News reporter Eric Halperin joins us now live from the newsroom with that story. Eric?
Mike, the 22-year-old suspect is now being held without bail. Police say he first stole from his own grandfather back in November, then again on Sunday. With a blank stare, Jordan Pilardi listened to police describe how they say the 22-year-old has stolen from his own 81-year-old grandfather twice in the last month.
It certainly is disturbing when things like this happen.
According to Lincoln Police Chief Brian Sullivan, Pilardi was already wanted for stealing more than $1,500 from his grandfather back in mid-November. Then, this past Sunday night, as the grandfather was at home,
he noticed two males coming in, all dressed in black. One of the males pushed him into a counter. He struck his head and ended up on the floor.
Chief Sullivan says Pilardi was a part of that home invasion that happened on Columbia Ave. He says Pilardi and the other man then took off with money, and Pilardi's grandfather needed to go to the hospital.
To me, it's very disturbing, because we're supposed to be taking care of our elderly people.
On Monday, Tiverton police were called to the Tiverton Casino, and in the process learned there was a warrant out for Pilardi's arrest.
Something brought it to their attention. They ran a check on him, and they discovered that there was a warrant out for his arrest.
And Pilardi is scheduled to be back in court later this month. Police are still looking for two other people connected to the home invasion. In the newsroom, I'm Eric Halperin, Eyewitness News.